Hi Jackie, this is Dale here, and I'm just going to show you a screencast of how to use some of the shorthand fonts and styles that I've added for your site. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm in here in Pages, and I'm going to click Add New. I'm just going to play around with a new article, but we're not going to actually publish it, so that with any luck, you'll be able to follow along, but I'll leave it in draft form so it will not show up. But you'll be able to refer back to this article anytime you need to. So it's loading, taking a little while to load. There's the new page. Okay, so this is, I'm going to call it practice page. Okay, jumping around a little. Practice page. Okay, and I'm going to go over to some content that I prepared on my site. It's basically a copy of the Real World 101. That's my husband coming by. Just going to take a look. There we go. So you can see the whole thing here. Okay. So you'll recognize this as the content from Real World 101. So there it is. I'm going to move this up again. Okay. So, for example, if we wanted to have a title, let's put that up here. And if we want this to be a header, a title, we go to Format and we say Heading 1. And then we get Heading 1. This, capital E. Then if we come down here, we say Making New Friends. Let's separate that apart from things. And we want this to be Heading 2. And that'll show us what Heading 2 looks like. Each session is 7 hours long. Cost is $2.25 plus taxes. So let's say we want this to be Heading 3. And Puppy Applause. Okay, so they say classes start. Let's make that Heading 4. Scroll down, Heading 4. And I have been putting all these as Heading 5. So I just click that and make that Heading 5. And then what I do is for the sold out, I just come over, and you're already familiar with this. I'm making that orange. Any other extra things I make orange. And that's pretty much it. If you don't see this line, there's a thing over here called Kitchen Sink. If you click it, it removes that line. If you put it up, it includes a line. And, whoops, sorry. Let me just move up again. And then say we want to insert a photo. We come up here and click Insert. And you're pretty familiar with this, but some of the things don't have captions. So we're going to go look in the media library because you already have quite a few photos ready to go. These are the ones that are recently added for the day camp. So let's see if we can find another one. PM Pups. Okay, so let's click Show. Say we're going to add that. And, oh, that's that cute one where they're all in. So if you say here, Pinwheel stays, dogs stay in place, if you put a caption there, this is where the caption goes. You just type that in. You can say what size you want it to be and whether you want it. Right now it's got no alignment. I'm going to put it on the right hand side. And you always have to put in insert into post. So you click that on the post. Then from there, okay, it is taking a little while. There we go. Sorry about that. It took a little while for that to show up. So when we look down, you've got the caption. If we highlight that by clicking on it, and then we click on that button, it gives you some advanced options if we wish. Oh my goodness, slow as molasses here. Let's try that again. There we go. For some reason it was just slow. And I'm going to go over the advanced settings. And what I like to do is I like to add a little bit of space. See, it doesn't have a lot of space here around it. But I like to put 5 pixels is what I've been using, and 5 pixels for horizontal. And that just leaves a little bit of space. And I come down and I update that. And that just gives a little bit of room. So now I'm going to preview what this looks like. Whoops, apparently can't spell practice. No, still can't spell practice. I give up. Anyway, okay, I'm going to hit preview, and we'll take a look at this. It is loading. I'm going to save the draft. I think it wanted me to save the draft first. Yeah, now it's loading. Okay. And then I'll go up to preview what it's going to look like. Hope you can hear this. I'll check. And loading the page. I do apologize for my slow DSL line. Okay. So now we have the practice page. The title always is included in a certain size, in size 1, heading 1, plus bolded. Here's heading 1. Here's heading 2. Here's heading 3. Here's heading 4. Here's heading 5 with sold out switched to red. And there you go. There's a heading 6 too. I really ought to do that. So rather than playing around with fonts and whatnot, just use these headings that I have set up for you. Heading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that way you don't have to worry about what things were before and whatnot. Okay, so I'm hoping that that's going to be clear. And don't worry, if you don't understand something, just call me, okay? Bye.